Have you ever wondered why some people seem to find a deeper sense of peace and purpose while others struggle with the same old patterns? It's no coincidence. When someone goes through a spiritual awakening, they begin to see life differently, making choices that might seem unusual to others. These individuals start to leave behind behaviors, beliefs, and even people that no longer align with their newfound sense of self. But what exactly are the things that spiritually awakened people quit quickly? As we journey through life, we accumulate habits, thoughts, and relationships that shape who we are. Yet when you start to awaken spiritually, you realize that some of these things are not just unhelpful, they're downright harmful. It's like a veil is lifted, and suddenly, the things that once seemed so important no longer hold any value. You may find yourself questioning your priorities and even feeling a sense of relief as you let go of the things that have been holding you back. In this video, we're going to explore the 7 things that spiritually awakened people quickly quit, and why letting go of these things can lead to a life filled with more peace, joy, and fulfillment. Stick with us until the end, because understanding these shifts can inspire you to make meaningful changes in your own life. By the time we're done, you might just find yourself on the path to your own spiritual awakening. So if you're ready to uncover the secrets of a more spiritually aligned life, hit the subscribe button now, and let's dive in. Spiritually awakened individuals quickly realize the immense power of words, especially the words they use when speaking to themselves. Negative self-talk is one of the first things they let go of, recognizing it as a major block to personal growth and spiritual connection. This inner dialogue often goes unnoticed by most, but those on a spiritual path become acutely aware of how their thoughts shape their reality. When someone begins their spiritual journey, they often start to notice just how harsh they can be with themselves. Phrases like "I'm not good enough" or "I always mess things up" might have once played on repeat in their minds. However, as they awaken, these phrases start to feel uncomfortable, even wrong. They realize that these negative thoughts aren't just thoughts. They're limitations, boundaries that they've placed on their own potential. By acknowledging this, they begin the process of replacing negative self-talk with affirmations that uplift and encourage. It's a process that doesn't happen overnight, but with mindfulness and practice, the change is profound. Moreover, spiritually awakened people understand that their inner world creates their outer world. They see the direct connection between how they speak to themselves and the life experiences they attract. By shifting their internal dialogue to something more loving and supportive, they start to notice positive changes in their external environment as well. Relationships improve, opportunities arise, and life begins to flow more smoothly. This isn't magic. It's the power of intention and energy in action. For those on this path, it becomes clear that self-compassion isn't just nice to have, it's essential. They quit the habit of tearing themselves down and instead cultivate a mindset of love and kindness. They understand that they can't give what they don't have, so by filling themselves with positive energy, they're better able to share that energy with the world around them. Finally, as they continue to evolve, spiritually awakened individuals often find that their new habit of positive self-talk becomes second nature. It doesn't mean that negative thoughts never arise, but when they do, these individuals are quick to recognize them and consciously choose to shift their thinking. Over time, this creates a solid foundation of self-belief and inner peace that supports them in all areas of their life. One of the most significant shifts that occur during a spiritual awakening is the way individuals perceive their relationships. People who have awakened spiritually are quick to recognize toxic relationships, whether with friends, family, or romantic partners, and they understand the importance of distancing themselves from these connections. At the core of this shift is the realization that everything is energy. Spiritually awakened people become highly attuned to the energy that others bring into their lives. They start to notice how certain relationships drain their energy, leaving them feeling exhausted, anxious, or unfulfilled. These toxic relationships often involve one-sided dynamics, where one person consistently takes more than they give, or where negativity and criticism are commonplace. For someone on a spiritual path, this type of interaction becomes intolerable. It's not that spiritually awakened individuals suddenly stop caring about others. They still value connection and love. However, they understand that true healthy relationships should be mutual, supportive, and uplifting. They begin to gravitate toward people who share similar values and who contribute positively to their growth. This often means setting boundaries, something that might have been difficult for them in the past. They learn that saying no to negativity is a form of self-respect and a crucial step in maintaining their spiritual health. As they let go of toxic relationships, spiritually awakened people often experience a profound sense of liberation. They no longer feel obligated to maintain connections that don't serve them, and they find that their energy levels improve, along with their overall well-being. This doesn't mean that the process is always easy. Sometimes, letting go of long-standing relationships can be painful. However, those who are spiritually awakened trust that this is a necessary step for their growth. In the absence of toxic relationships, they create space for more meaningful connections. They attract people who resonate with their higher vibrations, leading to relationships that are more harmonious, fulfilling, and supportive of their spiritual journey. This shift not only enhances their personal happiness, but also allows them to contribute more positively to the lives of others. Fear is a powerful emotion, but for those who have awakened spiritually, it no longer holds the same grip as it once did. Spiritually awakened individuals quickly learn to recognize and release fear-based thinking, understanding that it is one of the biggest obstacles to spiritual growth and personal fulfillment. The journey of spiritual awakening often begins with a realization that much of what they've believed was driven by fear. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of not being accepted, these thoughts can dominate a person's life, dictating their choices and limiting their potential. As they awaken, however, spiritually enlightened people start to see fear for what it truly is, an illusion, a construct of the mind that keeps them from experiencing their true selves. One of the first steps they take is to become more mindful of their thoughts and emotions. They learn to observe their fears without judgment, acknowledging them but not allowing them to take control. This process is often supported by practices like meditation, journaling, and self-reflection, which help them gain clarity and perspective. Over time, they develop a deep sense of trust in themselves and in the universe, which allows them to face their fears head-on rather than run from them. Spiritually awakened individuals also understand that fear-based thinking is often rooted in a scarcity mindset, the belief that there's not enough love, success, or happiness to go around. As they deepen their spiritual practice, they begin to embrace the idea of abundance, realizing that the universe is infinitely generous. This shift in perspective enables them to let go of fear and approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than anxiety and dread. As they release fear-based thinking, spiritually awakened people find that their lives become more expansive and fulfilling. They're more willing to take risks, pursue their passions, and live authentically. They also become a source of inspiration for others, demonstrating through their actions that it's possible to live a life free from the constraints of fear. In a world that often equates success with material wealth, spiritually awakened individuals stand out for their ability to let go of material attachments. This doesn't mean they reject material possessions altogether, but rather that they no longer allow these things to define their self-worth or happiness. The journey of spiritual awakening often leads people to question what truly brings them joy and fulfillment. They start to see that the pursuit of material possessions, whether it's the latest gadget, a bigger house, or a higher salary, often leads to a never-ending cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. No matter how much they acquire, it's never enough to fill the void within. As they awaken, they realize that true contentment comes from within, not from external achievements or possessions. This shift in perspective allows spiritually awakened individuals to reprioritize their lives. Instead of chasing after more things, they begin to focus on what really matters: experiences, relationships, and personal growth. They find joy in simplicity and appreciate the beauty in everyday moments. This doesn't mean they completely abandon their ambitions or stop working towards their goals, but they do so with a different mindset, one that values inner peace over external validation. Letting go of material attachments also frees up mental and emotional energy. When people are constantly striving to acquire more, they often experience stress, anxiety, and a sense of never being satisfied. By releasing these attachments, spiritually awakened individuals create space for more meaningful pursuits. They have more time and energy to invest in their spiritual practice, relationships, and personal passions, which ultimately leads to a richer, more fulfilling life. Moreover, this detachment from materialism allows them to live more authentically. They're no longer concerned with keeping up appearances or meeting societal expectations. Instead, they focus on what feels true to them, even if it goes against the norm. This authenticity not only brings them peace, but also inspires others to question their own values and make more conscious choices. As people awaken spiritually, one of the most transformative shifts they experience is a reduction in the judgment of others. They come to understand that everyone is on their own unique path, and that judging others only serves to create division and negativity. In the early stages of spiritual awakening, people often realize how much of their time and energy has been spent judging others. Whether it's criticizing someone's choices, appearance, or beliefs, this habit can become ingrained in our thinking. However, as they begin to grow spiritually, they start to see that judgment is a reflection of their own insecurities and fears. By focusing on the perceived flaws of others, they distract themselves from addressing their own areas of growth. Spiritually awakened individuals learn to replace judgment with compassion. They understand that everyone is doing the best they can with the knowledge and resources they have at any given moment. Instead of condemning others for their perceived shortcomings, they practice empathy and try to understand the underlying reasons for their actions. This shift in perspective not only reduces their own stress and negativity, but also creates more harmonious relationships. Another reason why spiritually awakened people quit judging others is because they recognize that it's not their place to do so. They understand that each person's journey is sacred and personal, and that everyone has lessons to learn in their own time and way. By letting go of judgment, they allow others the space to grow and evolve without interference. This creates an environment of acceptance and love, which is essential for true spiritual growth. Furthermore, they realize that judging others often leads to a cycle of negativity. The more they judge, the more they attract judgment into their own lives. By choosing to focus on the positive aspects of others, they cultivate a more positive and uplifting energy in their own lives. This doesn't mean they ignore harmful behaviors or condone wrongdoing, but they approach these situations with a sense of understanding and a desire for healing rather than condemnation. Change is a constant in life, yet many people spend a significant amount of time and energy resisting it. Spiritually awakened individuals, however, learn to embrace change as a natural part of their journey, understanding that it is through change that growth and transformation occur. In the early stages of spiritual awakening, people often struggle with the concept of change. They might fear the unknown, worry about losing what they have, or feel uncomfortable stepping out of their comfort zone. However, as they deepen their spiritual practice, they begin to see change as an opportunity rather than a threat. They understand that everything in life is impermanent, and that holding on to the past only creates suffering. If you're feeling extra generous and want to support our channel, consider sending a super thanks by clicking on button right below this video or the three dots. It looks like a heart within a dollar sign. By clicking on it, you can choose to make a small contribution to our channel. Your contribution helps us to keep bringing you valuable content and fuels our passion for creating. We're grateful for your support and can't wait to see your super thanks messages. Spiritually awakened individuals develop a mindset of acceptance. They learn to flow with the changes that come their way, trusting that each change is leading them closer to their true purpose. This doesn't mean they passively accept everything that happens, but rather that they approach change with a sense of curiosity and openness. They understand that even challenges and difficulties can be valuable teachers, offering lessons that are essential for their spiritual growth. One of the key reasons why spiritually awakened people quit resisting change is because they have learned to trust the process of life. They understand that everything happens for a reason, even if that reason isn't immediately clear. This trust allows them to navigate change with grace and resilience, knowing that each shift is bringing them closer to their highest good. Embracing change also allows spiritually awakened individuals to live more fully in the present moment. Instead of clinging to the past or worrying about the future, they focus on what is happening right now. This presence not only enhances their own well-being, but also allows them to respond more effectively to the changes around them. As we've explored, spiritually awakened individuals make profound shifts in their lives by letting go of negative self-talk, toxic relationships, fear-based thinking, material attachments, judgment of others, and resistance to change. Each of these changes brings them closer to a life of peace, fulfillment, and alignment with their true selves. If you found value in this video and want to continue on this journey of spiritual growth, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay connected for more insights that can help you live a more awakened and fulfilling life.